The hidden prison of comparison. There is a prison that destroys more happiness than failure ever could. The strange part, most people enter it willingly. They step inside every time they compare their lives to someone else's. And once they're trapped, nothing they achieve ever feels enough. There's an old story about a crow. But if you listen carefully, you'll realize it was never really about a bird. It was about us. Long ago, a lonely crow landed on the branch of an ancient tree. Its eyes were filled with sadness. Not because it was hungry, not because it was injured, but because it believed it had been given the worst life of all. Beneath the tree sat an old monk, quietly meditating. A single tear fell from the crow's face and landed beside him. The monk looked up and asked gently, "Why are you crying?" The crow sighed. "Because no one loves me. People chase me away. They admire colorful birds. But when they see me, they throw stones. If this is life, I'd rather be someone else." The monk smiled with quiet wisdom. "Then tell me, who would you rather become?" Without hesitation, the crow replied, "A swan." "Very well," the monk said. "But before wishing for another life, go and ask the swan if it is truly happy." The crow flew across rivers until it found a beautiful white swan, gliding peacefully across a quiet lake. For a moment, the crow thought, "This must be happiness." He landed beside the swan and said, "You are graceful, admired, beautiful. Surely you have the happiest life in the world." The swan lowered its head. "That's what everyone thinks. But all they see is my white feathers. They don't see what I see. I spend my life wishing I had the brilliant colors of a parrot. Perhaps the parrot is the happiest bird alive." The crow was surprised. Without wasting another moment, he continued his journey. Deep inside a tropical forest, he found a bright green parrot resting on a branch while people gathered below, smiling and taking pictures. "Now this," the crow thought, "must be true happiness." He approached the parrot. "Everyone admires your colors. Children love you. Surely you found the perfect life." The parrot gave a quiet laugh. "Perfect? People don't admire me because they love me. They admire me because they want to own me. Every day I fear someone will catch me, lock me inside a cage, and call it love." The parrot looked toward the distant mountains. "If anyone is truly happy, it must be the peacock." The crow searched for days. Finally, he found a peacock. Not in a beautiful forest, not flying freely beneath the open sky, but standing behind the iron bars of a zoo. Crowds surrounded the enclosure. People pointed at the peacock's dazzling feathers. Children smiled. Cameras flashed. The crow watched in amazement. "This must be the happiest bird in the world," he whispered. When the visitors finally left, the crow flew closer. "I've traveled so far to meet you," he said. "Everyone admires your beauty. Thousands come just to see you. Surely you found the perfect life." The peacock remained silent for a moment. Then he looked up and smiled sadly. "Beauty gave me attention, but it also took away my freedom. People never ask if I'm happy. They only ask if I'm beautiful." The crow stood speechless. Then he asked the question he had carried since the beginning of his journey. "If you're not happy, then who is?" The peacock looked directly into the crow's eyes. "You?" The crow blinked in disbelief. "Me? Yes," the peacock replied. "I've watched thousands of birds come and go. The swan envies color. The parrot fears captivity. I live behind these bars. But you, no one owns your wings. You wake up beneath the open sky. You can fly wherever your heart chooses. The freedom you ignore is the freedom every one of us dreams about. For the first time, the crow didn't see his black feathers. He saw his open sky. But perhaps this story was never about birds. Psychologists have long observed that one of the fastest ways to lose happiness is through constant comparison. Our minds do something strange. We compare our ordinary days to someone else's best moments. We compare our struggles to their achievements, our reality to their highlight reel. And without realizing it, we begin believing that everyone else has a better life. But comparison has a cruel habit. It never shows you another person's hidden pain. It only shows you their feathers. The successful person may be lonely. The wealthy person may be anxious. The beautiful person may feel trapped by expectations. The confident person may be fighting battles you'll never see. Everyone carries a burden invisible to everyone else. The moment you stop measuring your life against someone else's, you begin seeing the blessings that were quietly beside you all along. Happiness doesn't begin when you become someone else. It begins when you finally accept who you already are. Because the greatest prison isn't made of iron. It's made of comparison. And the key has always been in your own hands. If this story made you pause and reflect, remember this one simple truth. From today onwards, look at your own sky. Don't admire the feathers of others, because your freedom is someone else's dream. If you enjoyed this story about psychology, human behavior, and the hidden truths that shape our lives, please like and subscribe to Vera Mind. Because sometimes, the story that changes your life isn't the one about someone else. It's the one that quietly helps you understand yourself. See you in the next story.